Hello everyone. In today's class, we will learn the difference between real gas and ideal gas, as well as ideal gas equation, number of moles, yes, relation between Avogadro's number, Boltzmann constant. These all things we will learn today. So let's start from difference between ideal gas and real gas. We will make one chart. So see here, ideal gas and real gas. Okay. So let's make one table and simultaneously. Already I have given, I think, definitions of this ideal gas and real gas, but not the difference. So let's see today in detail. So first I am making column here. That is, first column is for ideal gas. And here it is real gas. Okay. You can also make like this table with me. Okay. So the first point in this, in the ideal gas, yes, already we know. What is that? The gas which obeys Boyle's law and Charles' law at all temperatures and pressures. Okay. So that is the first point I am writing here. Gas which obeys Boyle's law and Charles' law at all pressure and temperature. At all temperature and pressure. In this first point, in the real gas, the gas which obeys gas which obeys Boyle's law at low pressure and high temperature. Low pressure and high temperature. Got it? Okay. Next difference. Ideal gas has point size molecule. Means in this gas, those the molecules are there, they are point size. Yes or no? In this, you are having finite size molecule. Okay. Next point, in this finite size means some specific size they are. Next, total internal energy is equal to sum of all kinetic energy of all the gas molecules. Here, this total internal energy is denoted by U. In this case, the total energy is equal to, that is total internal energy is equal to sum of potential energy plus sum of kinetic energy of all the molecules. This is the difference in the internal energy. Okay. In ideal gas, internal energy is due to just kinetic energy. Here it is because of potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay. At absolute zero, one more difference. At absolute zero, at absolute zero, ideal gas remains in gaseous state. Remains in gaseous state. In this, in the real gas, long before reaching the absolute zero, मतलब absolute zero के reach होने से पहले ही, long before reaching absolute zero, real gas, the gas converts into liquid. The gas converts into liquid. So if ideal gas actually it is not exist perfectly, okay, but some gases such as hydrogen, helium, oxygen, okay, hydrogen, helium, oxygen will obey this ideal gas properties in some extent, okay. So remaining all are other real gases we can say, but some gases will obey ideal gas. For example, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, nitrogen, okay, right? Okay. So let's move further. That is ideal gas equation. First of all, these points you note down. These points are sufficient to describe ideal gas and real gas. Okay, and keep it in mind. Oxygen, helium, I told you now, they are closely behave as ideal gas. They are not perfectly ideal gas. Okay, that's why I'm not giving examples here. So ideal gas means up to some extent oxygen, nitrogen, helium, they are behaving like an ideal gas. That's why I'm saying that they are coming under the category of ideal gas closed loop. Here remaining all are ideal real gases. Okay, so note down this, pause the video, and let's move further. Now next, ideal gas equation. Okay, what is that? Ideal gas equation. So see, we have learned Boyle's law and Charles' law. So for this ideal gas equation, what is the case? And what is this equation? Let's see. If ideal gas has mass m, ideal gas has mass m, okay, having pressure P, having pressure P, volume P, at temperature capital T, then PV by T is equal to constant. Understand what is the ideal gas equation? PV by T is always equal to constant. And see here the ratio PV by T depends on nature and mass of the gas. Nature and mass of the gas. Okay, next. So, what is the specific gas constant? Specific gas constant. The specific gas constant is denoted by small r, and this small r is equal to PV by T per unit mass. Okay, what is this? PV by T per unit mass is called specific gas constant. Understand? And if suppose for a mass m, for mass m of the gas, what you will get? This R is equal to PV by T divided by m. So here you are getting R is equal to PV by T into m, and that implies PV is equal to m R T. PV is equal to what? mRT, where R is what? Specific gas constant. M is what? Mass of gas. E is what? Temperature. T is pressure. E is volume. Understand? Clear? It is also ideal gas equation, but in terms of mass and specific gas constant. Clear? Next, note down this. Next one, for n number of moles of a gas, what you are getting equation, PV is equal to N R T. What is the equation? PV is equal to N R T. So what is this number of moles? See here, N is equal to number of moles and this is equal to mass of a gas divided by molecular weight. Understand? Keep it in mind. What is the number of moles means? Mass of a gas divided by molecular weight. That is nothing but you are getting N is equal to small m by capital M. Clear? N is equal to what? Small m by capital M. That is mass of gas by molecular weight, and N is what here? Number of moles. This we got. N is equal to m by m. So now you see here, can I write like this? PV is equal to, as we know, nRT. So therefore here, this n I am replacing with m by m into R into T. This is equal to PV. This is also one form of ideal gas. Yes or no? Okay. Now, in the previous case, we got one equation that is PV is equal to mRT we got, right? PV is equal to mRT we got. And in this case, we got PV is equal to m by m into RT. Yes or not? So let's assume that this is your equation number 1 and this one is your equation number 2. Okay, clear? So from equation 1 and 2, can I write like this? From equation 1 and 2, you see here, this is equation number 1 and I am showing you this equation. You can see here PV is equal to mRT. So m small r into T, and this is PV is equal to m capital R E and divided by m. This is your equation number 1. This is your equation number 2. So from these two equations, what I can conclude? I can conclude like this, that small m RT is equal to small m divided by capital M into RT. This RT and this T, not R, not this RT, only T you have to cancel. So here I am cancelling this T with this and this small m with this m. Then I am getting small r is equal to capital R by m. What I got relation? What I got relation? R is equal to capital R by m. Now, what is this small r and capital R difference? See here. R is what? PV by T per unit mass. Okay. What is that? Already I have defined this. R is equal to what? PV by T per unit mass. And this universal gas constant is what? PV per unit mole of substance, we can say. This R is equal to, I am writing like this. PV by T per unit mass. Okay. And here this capital R is equal to PV by T only. There is no unit mass. Okay, per unit mass is not there. So this is, I can write as a PV by T into 1 kg or whatever, gram or whatever it is, unit mass substance. PV by T into 1 kg we can say. Here it is not like that. And this R is called universal constant. What is that? Universal gas constant. Here R is what? Specific gas constant, and capital R is what? Universal gas constant. Here the difference between these two. Here already I have given relation also. So here R is equal to PV by T, and R is equal to PV by T per unit mass. You can see here. This is the relation. And R is what? Universal gas constant. Note down this. Okay. Next. Now, ideal gas equation in terms of Boltzmann constant. Next is what? Ideal gas equation in terms of Boltzmann constant. Clear? Now, first of all, let me write the value of this Boltzmann constant Kb, or even you can denote it as a K also, or K also. Its value is 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 meter square kilogram second power minus 2 Kelvin minus 1 is what Boltzmann constant is. And if you want the Boltzmann constant, you are having relation K is equal to R by Na. That is what? This is what? Universal gas constant. And this one is what? Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number. What is this Avogadro's number? In chemistry, you might have learned. Yes? Yes or not? Have you learned? No? No problem. In one line, I will explain what is this Avogadro's number. You see here, this Na is nothing but the Avogadro's number this is nothing but, we can say, these are the number of molecules we can say, right? What is this Avogadro's number? Number of molecules or entities we can say. You can say like this also, number of molecules in 1 mole of gas. Okay, what is this Avogadro's number? This is just a number. जैसे कि समझो, if we will consider 1 gram of some basin, Okay, or some flour we have taken. 1 gram of flour. Let's take 1 gram of or 1 mole of flour we will take. Flour means anything, wheat flour or something. And if we have counted that, then that number is equal to how much? In that 1 mole of that flour particularly, that is nothing but number of molecules in that 1 mole of gas is nothing but Avogadro's number, and it is constant for every gas. So if we will take this value, or if we want to know the value is how much, that is how many number of molecules are present in 1 mole of gas, then its value is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. That's why per mole I am saying. Per mole. Per mole means in 1 mole this many number of molecules are present in that 1 mole of gas. Understood? That is what your Avogadro's number means. Now, here already I have written K is equal to RNA, and one more relation we are having for number of moles. Here N is equal to another number, that is total number of molecules. याद रखो, total number of molecules divided by Avogadro's number divided by Avogadro's number. This is what? Number of moles. Small n is what? Number of moles. So therefore, can I write like this? N is equal to total number of molecules I am denoting by N. N number of molecules divided by Na. N by Na we got. Now here, if I will replace now, so ideal gas equation becomes like this. Ideal gas equation becomes, how it becomes? See, now PV is equal to nRT we are having. So this will change like this, because I am going to replace this number of moles with N by Na. Then I am getting PV is equal to N by Na into R into T. N by Na into R into T. And therefore, if now you will see here, you can see this Boltzmann constant value I have already, R by Na. Then PV is equal to what I am getting, Nk into T. This is what ideal gas equation in terms of Boltzmann constant, Nkt. What is N here? N is what? N is number of molecules. Yaad rakho. Not anything. Number of molecules, not moles. Number of molecules. K is already I told. K is what? Boltzmann constant. Yes or not? K is what? Boltzmann constant. P is volume. R already you know, universal gas constant. T is temperature. Everything you know. Understand? So note down this ideal gas equation in terms of Boltzmann constant. And if you want this R value, one more value I am going to give you. This Boltzmann constant value I have given, this ideal gas or universal gas constant value also I am giving you. This value is R is equal to 8,314 joule kg inverse mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay, mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay, got it. This is what R value. So R is equal to 8314 joule kg inverse mole inverse K inverse. So keep these values in mind. Boltzmann constant 1.38 into 10 to the power of minus 23. Avogadro's number 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. R is equal to 8314 joule per kg mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Number of moles, we have two formulas. Small n is equal to small m by capital M. Small m is mass of gas, capital M is molecular weight. Another formula for number of moles we are having, small n is equal to capital N by Na. N is what here? Number of molecules. Na is what? Avogadro's number. So these two formulas we are having for n, that is number of moles. If they are giving some number of molecules and Avogadro's number, you can find out the number of moles present. Even if they are giving mass of gas and molecular weight, then also you can find out number of moles. Got it? So note down this. Okay. So next, note points you can note down which are important for problem solving. Note point number 1. The gas equation in terms of density. The gas equation for or in terms of the gas equation in terms of density for given mass of a gas, that is P by dt. D is density, yaad rakho, P by dt is equal to constant, and therefore P1 by d1 d1 is equal to P2 by d2 d2 is always equal to constant. Clear? And therefore you can write P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, which is always constant. You know this. PV is equal to nRT. If N and R is constant, then PV by T1 or PV by T is always constant. Same from beginning. This is only the ideal equation. No, PV by T is equal to constant. So P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2 is equal to constant. From this we got this. Clear? Okay. So next note point. Second note point. When pressure and volume are constant, when P and V are constant, matlab pressure and volume of a gas is constant, then PV is equal to, we have learned this formula, M by M R into T. Now here, what is constant? Pressure is constant, volume is also constant. This is constant, this is constant. Then what you are going to get, M is inversely proportional to temperature, and therefore M is equal to K by T. Yes, and that implies M1 by M2. This is not Boltzmann constant, this is proportionality constant. Okay, keep it in mind. So M1 by M2 is equal to T2 by T1. This is K, no? So M, if we will take M1 is equal to K by T1 and M2 is equal to K by T2. If you will divide this equation, you are getting this formula, that is M1 by M2 is equal to T2 by T1. Okay, next one. Now P1 comma V1 comma T1 gas